You know, there's an appropriate way to pour into things, right? You ever heard that saying, or yeah, saying, whatever, that you don't want to continuously pour into something that you don't want the energy from. You don't want to keep feeding negativity, drama, pouring in the things that you don't want, right? There's an appropriate way to pour in this stuff so you can reap the benefits of trying to get whatever it is that you're trying to do. Look at it this way. I'm going to use two examples here. One, if you're thinking about perhaps there's a goal that you're trying to do, right? And there's some hesitation. There's some issues with you doubting yourself, right? And pursuing whatever it is that you're trying to do. When at first glance, it may seem like, man, it's really complicated in me trying to move forward with this because I got so much doubt, so much hesitation. Like, man, it makes it hard taking that first step, right? You have to do just like you would do if you were in the kitchen and you were trying to strain out something that you wouldn't want as a part of whatever dish that you were doing. If you were just trying to get, the juice from strawberries, some smashed up strawberries. I'm just using this example. Work with me here, okay? And you were straining them out because you're trying to leave. Maybe you didn't want all the seeds and the stem, whatever. You just wanted the juice. You would sift through it. You would put the other aside, toss it, do whatever you were going to do with it, right? It'd be the same way with you pouring in the whatever hope, dream, goal that you have. You want to leave that doubt behind? Separate, pull out that doubt. First, ask yourself, why am I even doubting this? Doubt is all bad, man. It's all bad. So I want to pull that doubt out of that so I can take the first step. That'd be the appropriate way to pour into you, your goal, whatever it is that you're trying to do, so you're able to proceed ahead without making a mess of things. Second thing, example, whatever you may want to call it, I'm thinking about when you're pouring into people. There's going to be varying degrees of this, right? You never want to pour more than what you have to give, right? Because then that would lead to exhaustion up for you, and that wouldn't be any good up for you. And then I would be wary of a person that was just lying in wait and just consistently want me to fill their cup. Like, you fill your own cup. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that we're all leaning on one another from time to time. We're all really just standing on one leg. Today I might be, standing tall and firm, and you're leaning on me. The next day it might be, well, I'm leaning on you. So we're none of us are fully stable. Understand? Meaning we're imperfect, correct? So we're all here for one another. But I would be weary of somebody who consistently sat at my table with an empty cup ready to be filled up. There's an appropriate way to pour into them as well. I'll give you what I want to give you if I decide to give you anything. I might not want to pour into you anymore. I might want to save this. I might want to pour elsewhere. There's an appropriate way to pour into things without actually feeding the beast. That's the point of this video. Do you know how to pour? Third way, just thought about it, I'm thinking about it with this video. It could be with disseminating information. I don't know how many times I talked about people on this channel where maybe they're beating you over the head with something. Or they come with, I really can't stand this one. They're coming with you, man, the reason why you got a problem with the things that I say, I'm real. I'm direct. I'm just so blunt with the way that I give things. Really? Really? Keep that same energy when I'm pouring back into you, right? This is another way when I'm talking about appropriately pouring. Have you ever tried to transfer something from maybe, I don't know, a can to a glass or what have you, and just like, you know what, I'm not going to use this funnel. I'm a pour. There's been times where I've tried to pour things and you're pouring it because you're being lazy It's like, I don't want to break out the funnel. Or I don't want to do this way. I want to do it my way. One or two things happen. Either you get that effect where when you're pouring, it's just as much going up under the can or whatever the container you're trying to pull out, because perhaps you're not pouring it fast enough. You know what I'm talking about, how it's making a mess and it's running all back down. The container that you're running is making a mess. That infuriates me. And then you're trying to pour it faster because you're trying to stop that effect from happening. You got a mess going on. Or whatever you're trying to pour into is too small. It's too small. It ain't ready to receive what you're giving yet. And you're just like, I don't want to break out that funnel. I know it'd be easy for me to walk over here about 2 feet, grab that funnel, slap it on top of this container, go on ahead, pour this in this container, no mess, rinse out my funnel, wash it, put it aside. Okay? It's easy, but I don't want to do that. I got a steady hand. I'm going to go on ahead and try to pour this here. Got liquid everywhere. Whatever it is you're trying to pour, it's running all down the bottle, all up on the table. Now I got to get the towel. I got to wipe this off, and depending on chances on whatever it is I'm pouring, it's all sticky. It's a mess. And if you get this on the floor now, breaking out the mop and so forth, it's a mess. Do you appropriately know how to pour into things? Do you appropriately know how to talk to people? You know how to deliver information. You know how to deliver it the way that you want to receive it. Or would you want to be lapping up whatever it is that you're receiving all up off the floor, all off the table? Half the drink gone. There's an appropriate way to pour into things, whether it's your goals, whether it's people, whether it's people and disseminating information to. It's an appropriate way to pour. Do you know how to pour into the things that you need to pour into? Do you know how to leave back the stuff that's not good for anybody so you can get your point across and do what you need to do? I'm tired of this video. I'm tired of pouring in this video. I'm about to end this video. Stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. Y'all have a good one.